But if they're going to come in and be defensive about it, then we're going to do all we can to pick them apart. But if they come at us guns blazing, then our defense is we got Kayla Sharples. I don't know. I'm feeling comfortable.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder too, like, how do they approach the rest of their season in terms of not trying to catch us? Like, obviously, the odds of them catching us are very slim, just statistically.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Currently on No Other Pod here on KC Sports Network. I'm Daniel Kooser here with Christopher Wright, talking all things Kansas City Current and National Women's Soccer League. Chris, how are you, buddy? Doing all right?
I'm doing great, man. Had a great week for women's soccer, and just keep riding that wave, man.
Just keep riding the wave, dude. Teal rising. That's what it is, man. We are
riding the current.
The wave.
Riding the current.
Right there. Yeah. It's right there in the damn the river wave, if you will.
Underwater wave. I don't know.
Yeah, rivers ain't got no waves. What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun?
Played some kickball. Like an adult child. And I don't know, my normal gym routine. Pretty boring. Now that I say it out loud, I feel boring. So
that's adult stuff, dude. We all do boring stuff as we get older, right? And we're not really drinkers, so we don't go out and like party at the bar and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, my wife and I last night played a fun game of Battleship. Yeah. And I was against it. I was like, I don't want to play no fucking Battleship. What am I visiting my grandma? Like I was so upset because that's all we ever did when we visited grandma's house. We'd be like, play Battleship, and I'm so over it. But after doing it, I was like, I'd do that again. That was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
And it's even better when you get like you and your spouse are competitive, right?
Dude,
if one of you is and one of you isn't. It's kind of like, but if both of you, that's pretty awesome.
It's rough. We were both down to one ship left, and hers had 3 hits of a ship, and I was trying, or no, she had to find my 3-hole one, and I had to find her 2, the little bitty guy. That's a hard one. I was like, I'm never going to find it, but I am technically closer to winning the game than you are, but she beat me. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck Battleship.
I remember she was a beast on the, oh God, what was it? Was it Dave and Buster's, or where did we go? The spider wall, like the light.
Yeah, she's a big fan of that when the lights light up and you can hit all the lights.
Just a switch flips and she's just boom, right in action.
Dude,
it's incredible.
It's been a while since we've hit Dave and Buster's, by the way. It could be a whole new place up there. They probably have all new games.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Dude, I closed my musical this weekend. Bittersweet. I was in my feels on Sunday, kind of sad about it. Then I get reached out to and asked if I want to play the role of Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption. And I was like, oh my God. Yes. Yes, I do. Have you seen that movie, Shawshank?
I saw it a long time ago, and it was incredibly sad.
After watching it, though, it's hope, though. It's not that sad. It's hopeful. And after watching it, it's like you can see why this film meant a lot to so many people. Like that it's on the top of people's lists of like cinema, you know. It's very cool. So yeah, that's my life. I'm going into new stuff, buddy. Hell of a time.
So is it more of just a drama or a musical, or like kind of how's that
musical?
Okay.
I'm getting into my dramatic roots. It's been a while.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.
I've only seen you in a musical. I don't think anyway, I've ever seen you in anything else.
Well, I guess the last time I did a drama, I did not know you because it would have been 2015 when I did The Great Gatsby.
All right.
So, and I was an asshole. I was Tom, who hits women and cheats on his wife. Crazy role. I had to punch a girl in the face. It was insane.
Well, on that note.
Yeah. Gasps from the crowd every night. Fucking gasps. It was crazy. Dude, tidbits this week. You got your NWSL championship tickets?
I have not. Did you?
I did. I bought them.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to go.
I could have been doing that this weekend, but, you know, my buddy who I actually went to an NWSL championship game with previously. He didn't let me know he was going to buy tickets. So,
Well, I didn't think of that. Maybe I should send you the seats I got because I just did them last night. So I'm sure there's actually seats right next to us if you want to go.
Yeah, it might be.
But if we don't go, then we'll probably sell them, right? If we don't make it there.
I don't like the timing of it. I mean, this is us being halfway across the country, but it's at Bay. It's on the 22nd, so you're going to be dealing with like Thanksgiving flight pricing and stuff like that. So
that's interesting.
Obviously, if they'll make it, I think we'll make the best effort we can. But I don't know. I just wish it was a little closer or a different date, so it wasn't so.
That's a good point, man. Right on the door of Thanksgiving there.
And it's Saturday if I remember correctly. So like literally what, that Monday is the game, or Tuesday?
What? The game's on a Saturday.
Or I'm sorry, but Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving's on a Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Yes. So man,
that's not too bad.
You don't even celebrate Thanksgiving, do you? You don't even do anything.
Not really.
And you're like, Thanksgiving's on what, a Tuesday? Nope, Thursday, like it always has been.
So in my head, I was like, yeah, my day math was off, but yeah, so maybe it's not so bad after all. Maybe I hyped it up in my own head. I don't know.
We'll see. Hey, but when you're top of the league like this, dude, you have to think about it. If you can make the trip out there to a potential final that we might be in, you got to start making those hypotheticals. I don't know if anyone believes in bad luck to buy something, count your chickens before they hatch, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just better safe than sorry. Last time we went to a final, we sadly had to witness a loss, but it was still one of the best times I could have asked for. Had a great time.
And there's a very, very, very good chance this whole thing is going to run through Kansas City up until the championship game. So
it's a good chance, dude. Oh my God. Okay. Get me excited.
Okay.
There's a lot of games left. A lot of games left. Next up, I want to touch on, there was an article on NWSL soccer.com about the best of the best 11 this season. And it's really just a collection of players who have been on the best 11 most frequently this year. Well, guess what? This freaking team is loaded with KC Current people, dude. Tim Wajawinga on there. She's not slowing down, right? Fucking 10 goals this season, right? Golden Boot race at the top with Esther Gonzalez. And then you got Davinia on there. Imagine that. Was even on an injury all summer, man. That injury happened in like mid-May, didn't it?
Yeah.
But, she's been an unstoppable force for us as she's coming back to fitness now and playing more minutes. Then you got Lola Bonta, who also had an injury in there somewhere. But she's been crushing it. Didn't she? She damn near played every minute this season except for this past game, right?
Right. Yeah, with the exception of that injury. Yeah.
Yeah. And then to cap it off, you got Lorena on there, right? She's obviously hasn't skipped a beat here, man. Earning best 11 honors twice. Conceded just 10 goals on the year. League leading 6 clean sheets. And Copa America Femenina Championship. I don't think we have a second half slump coming. I think she's ready to rock with us, dude. I'm excited for this.
Life is good if you're Lorena.
I would think so. And then, boy, oh boy, did we have some women's Ballon d'Or nominations. That happened since our last recording. NWSL has 5 players on this. And one of them is Tim Wajawinga. If you're not familiar with what the Ballon d'Or is, if you're like, what, French, what are we talking French for? Well, I guess it's French for golden ball, which is just a trophy that you get, the golden ball. And it is the top soccer player in the world. And there's people on this list from multiple countries, dude. This isn't a USA honor. This is a world international honor. And so Tim Wajawinga from NWSL to be featured on here, it's pretty cool for Kansas City, man.
It's the biggest and best individual award on planet Earth.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
It's people like Cristiano Ronaldo have won this. Leo Messi have won this. You know what I mean? It's a big one. I don't know if Timois has, what it takes to win this thing, but just to be in that conversation is kind of cool. What is it, like a short list of like 20 players or something that gets announced?
Yeah, and I feel like, at least my personal opinion is, I feel like there's a European bias, but if there's anybody who can break through, it's somebody scoring 20 goals in a season.
Well, and here's the deal. Women have not been included in this until like 2018.
Yeah.
This is a very new trophy for women soccer players. And Megan Rapinoe is the first and only NWSL player to win it. And she did it in 2019. So it's been a few years. I think we're due for an NWSL player, man.
There's not many players, if any, that are better than Timois Chwingo right now.
I mean, right, exactly. Right now, she's got to keep it up. Washington Spirit's Sophia Cantore is on there. Cantore or Cantor? Cantor?
Yeah, I think.
I gave it a little extra pizzazz there. I'll spice her up. Then of course Orlando's got Marta and Banda. What a couple representatives from Orlando there. And of course Gotham's Esther Gonzalez is the other one from NWSL. So out of all those, man, I think Timois or Esther could come away with that, but I also don't want to count out those two Orlando players.
I mean, you can look at it. I'm looking at, as how nice it is for the NWSL, right, to be a league that is consistently having top players in there. Like, to me, that just shows the growth of our league. And it's not any, major U.S. national team player who's also in the NWSL. It's players who are from other continents, other countries, who are also within, our league in the U.S. And to me, it just kind of gives our league a little bit of a showcase that I believe it deserves.
100%. This trophy will be awarded on September 22nd, just about a month and a half from now, man. So not long to wait for that.
If she doesn't win, we riot. We send some, sharply worded emails or letters or whatever we got to do.
Sacre bleu. I can't believe it. That's my French. I don't know. I got nothing else for you. Hey, let's take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk about another victory. Stay right there.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
I'm BJ Kissel, founder and CEO of KC Sports Network. Emprise Bank has been with us from the beginning. They were our first network partner, and they believed in the vision of what we were building from the start. I can't speak to any other banks or companies and how they operate, but I can tell you from personal experience and based on the growth of the network you're listening to right now, that if you have banking needs, call our friends at Emprise Bank. We've worked with so many great people there over the years, from Vicky and Aggie to Andrea, Lori, Jackie, Deb, and Aaron, and not to mention so many others that not just supported KC Sports Network, but supported our KCSN Foundation as well. But the best thing that I know is that if I have a question or a problem, no matter how dumb the question is, I know who I'm going to call and who I'm going to talk to, and I know that I'm getting an answer from someone that I can trust, and I know that person is there to help us. That's why Emprise Bank has always been and continues to be our partner in Possible, and they can be yours too. You just have to reach out. If you have a banking need, whether it's business or personal, hit me up. I will connect you directly with the same people that have helped us build KCSN, and that's our friends at Emprise Bank.
Bro, we are 12 points in the lead. 12. Double freaking digits. I mean, it was 10. Now it's 12. This is crazy. We just keep winning. Other teams keep dropping points. We got a positive 22 goal differential. The only person even close to that is Orlando's positive 10. What is happening? It's a fever dream, bro.
I mean, I saw somebody post something, and I can't remember exactly, but it was essentially saying statistically we have a 98% chance of winning the Shield. So,
Jesus.
I don't,
that's crazy.
I feel pretty confident. I mean, when you think about it, we have 12 points ahead. That's 4 games that we could technically not even play, that we have of a lead. We control our own destiny. We play the next top 3 teams at home. And we're our form is fantastic.
It's Fantastic.
Pretty good.
Feeling great. Chip sent us a write-up, and I want to get in to Chip. So let's transition to the Chip shot real fast, huh?
Let's go.
So, yeah, it's the Chip shot. Talking stats with my friend Chris. It's the Chip shot. Once a week with my good friend Chris. Yeah. That's it. All right.
I love it. I'm blushing. Boom. You got me blushing.
There we go. Good. Chip said, we're really just taking the ball and running with it. KC Current continues on with a 12-point lead on first place. Orlando has drawn their last 2 matches, and we've done nothing but widen the gap. Welcome to Current Soccer. The Current extend their winning streak to 8 wins in a row on a 1-0 win at Utah, a surprising result, to say the least, given the 3-0 thumping we handed them at home this season. At the same time, if you told me Utah was going to play Orlando and the Current back-to-back, draw one and lose only 1-0 the other, I'd say something magical has happened in the Utah locker room, because that's a heck of a week for them, given that they've only had 5 points in their pocket before that. The Current came out without much attacking luck, taking only 3 shots in the first half with only 1 on target from Chewinga in the 31st minute. For a team which has averaged 1.85 XG per game going into this match, ending it with only 1.0 XG and the highest contributor to that being Mary Long, the offense didn't really have much to throw at Utah. Mary Long was the highest contributor. That's wild, bro. Wild, but also great for her.
Very good look there in the second half. I think she
sure did.
Over the top.
Ooh, that would have been so sweet. Especially with the starting front line of Dabinia, Cooper, and Bia, coupled with a Utah team that has allowed 1.88 goals per game while at home, 4th worst in the league. I'm curious as to where the offensive throughput went. But with only 8 shots this game, 3 of which were on target, the Current didn't really bring the thunder like we're used to. We did have another Timwa Chewinga goal, which just feels right, and puts Chewinga tied for first place with Esther Gonzalez of Gotham in the Golden Boot race with 10 goals on the season. It also marks 7 goals in 8 games for Chewinga, heading well into the latter half of the season. Hard to think that at the time of writing this, we're over halfway done with the season. A win is a win, but waiting until the 82nd minute to get the first goal of the match was making me nervous. Next up, we host the Orlando Pride at home on the 16th. While Kansas City have continued their winning ways, Orlando is sitting at 1.6 points per game in their last 5 matches and have been winless in their last 3. Orlando will bring a 4-1-2 away record to see him at CPKC Stadium, compared to Current's 6-0-0 home record. Orlando typically plays a bit more defensively on the road, only getting 1.14 goals per game while away, tied for 9th best in the league. But with that, they also bring a 0.71 goals allowed per game while away, the 2nd best in the league. But you'd expect some fireworks to come, especially with Barbara Banda coming to town with her 8 goals on the season, 3rd highest in the league. Let's see what happens, and I'll see you at the park. Thank you, Chip. Buddy, I got to tell you, this game in Utah, we are lucky. We are lucky to come away with 3 points here, because that first half had nothing going for me. It wasn't exciting to me at all. I watched the replay back on Saturday, and I was just like, what is going on? Do you feel that way?
Yeah. It felt very, I don't know, lackadaisical. I mean, you can't say a trap game when you're first in the table by far and you're playing a team that had, 6 points. But it felt like something was changing in Utah, kind of like Chip mentioned, right? Obviously, Setnor being traded, and she didn't play in the game against Orlando, but they played well against Orlando and probably should have won. And they played well against us. They carried their, kind of defense heavy approach and was really just kind of hoping to hit us on a mistake or a counter or a set piece or something like that. I mean, credit to Utah, though. I thought they've played really well these last 2 games. We just couldn't get anything going, man. Just felt stagnant, not connecting passes that really sprung an attack, throughout the first half.
No, agreed. And Utah looked just confident this whole time, dude. Like, first half was happening. I mean, early on, Lorena had to kind of fall down and make a save. It was pretty easy. Not a lot of pace on the shot, really.
Right.
But still, they tested us from outside the box. That's confidence, to think that you can do something like that against this defense. Outside of that, I'll say our possession was pretty good. I don't know what the possession numbers came out to be, but I would say it felt pretty good,
Yeah, it was. Well, they possess 56% R44.
Is that right? Okay, then
But
I'm mistaken.
I mean, that's what it says. It didn't feel like it though. Like when you watch it, it felt like we just possessed the majority of the first half.
Yeah. Now I thought, I mean, it was close, but we damn near got on the board in the 20th minute. Michelle Cooper running onto a long ball and slots it away past the keeper. Offsides. Is there anything worse than celebrating an offsides goal and not realizing it's offsides, especially in the damn stadium? You're up there losing your mind. You're like, damn, dude, I stood up and got lightheaded for this.
You look over at somebody and you just see no emotion and you're like, what's going on? Like,
I
I know
know.
something.
You and I usually tap each other. Like if one of us is celebrating, it's like, hey, relax. It's offsides. It's always neither one of us notice at the same time. Where one of us is always losing our mind.
And there's been some games earlier this year where Cooper had like a breakaway and we're like offsides. I don't put any like, emotional, reaction to it. Cause I'm like, there's no chance it's onside, and it would be. But in this one, like she was way off by like a body length.
Mm-hmm.
But
not much later, Elizabeth Ball had a pretty good opportunity that had to get cleared off the line by a defender, I believe. They were in there. They had their positioning well, but props to Elizabeth Ball to get a leg on that and potentially put us ahead in that moment. Pretty exciting.
She got the taste of scoring and she wants some more of it.
Of course, dude. That's typical defender bullshit right there. You get a little bit and you're like, okay, I could do this again. I feel that.
The next set piece, you're telling your other defender, stay back. I got this,
100%. I mean, dude, I always used to run up on corner kicks because I'm like, all right, hey, this is our time as a defender. Let's get after it.
I would always offer him like, hey, I can stay back. You can go up. Really, I'm hoping he's like, I want to stay and you can go up, but I'm being nice. But man, once you like get a good look on goal, you just have that taste and that desire to get one in the back of the net. And
it shows, dude. And I would love every single woman on this team to have that thirst for the back of the net. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just, Utah was passing the ball pretty well, dude. I mean, kind of cutting up the defense a little bit, putting us on our heels. It got to be about almost the end of the first half where I was like, I don't know if we're going to win this game. We might mess around and lose this game. I don't know what's going to happen, dude. I mean, I'd like to think we don't get our first loss against Utah, but I also started thinking, well, if it's going to be against anybody, might as well get it out of the way against Utah. All right, we got to lose sometime, right?
Yeah. Now, I'm trying not to put much like mental, effort into the fact that I don't know how many games now. Was it 8 or 9 or something that we've won straight?
It's 8 in a row.
Yeah, 8 in a row.
It's a chip shot for you.
God, there you go. But yeah, I'm trying not to put much like, mental, effort into that. But how could you not if you're a player? I mean, we're 12 points ahead. People are expecting you to win and win in a dominant way. People are expecting fireworks every time, you go to a stadium to play. And it's not always going to happen. And
it's pressure, bro. That is pressure. Like they expect the standard.
And it's not just for them and their fans. It's other fans who are expecting to see Chewinga be amazing, see Dabinia do something incredible. Kind of carrying. I mean, this league is going to have promotional material around these players. Like that's the expectation right now. And it's not always going to happen. And I thought, to your point, Utah did a really good job of kind of breaking our midline a little bit and then using their angles really well to advance the ball and keep it away from our midfield.
Sure did. And dude, to your credit there, talking about people wanting to see these players, it's true because a lot of these people stuck around afterwards to like get autographs from Kansas City players.
It's a who's who. I mean, it's an Bia, Brazilian star, Cooper, Chewinga, Dabinia. I'm just going off the list. Hutton, Izzy's, international player, Lorena. I mean, Nichelle Prince, national team player, May, Sentinor, Lowe. Like that is a fucking FIFA top 11.
Is there anyone on our team or even like at least our starting 11 that you like wouldn't take a picture with or a autograph?
No, I mean, I guess in terms of name recognition, Mary Long, who got in the game, is probably the lowest name recognition, but I think she's going to be a good player, and who knows where she's going to be, right?
I'd argue that she has name recognition if you know the owners of the club.
That's very true. That's very true. But every single one of these players on our team is fantastic.
Even people that subbed in, dude. Olympic gold medalist Nichelle Prince. I mean, Allie Sentner subbed in at the half, which I'm like, okay, we're gonna see her play her old team, aren't we? And it was good. It got Dabinia 45 minutes, which I love. We're trying to ease her back into stuff because we're gonna need Dabinia for like 60 this weekend. Like, I think she's bumped up to 60. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Makes sense. Got to have her. But seeing Allie Sentner get in there and run around, she's fast too, dude. Do you notice? She's quick.
She's crafty. She is crafty. Like that. I don't know what minute that was, but like that kind of, pull cut that she did that had that defender like on the ground.
Yeah.
And she fired off that shot. That was so cool.
The best thing Utah had going for them though is like, well, we know Allie. She was just in our training camp a week ago. So, or 2 weeks ago. So we know how she plays, right? We don't have to scout her that much. But dude, we almost opened the scoring right here in the second half, right at the beginning. Chawinga tries to dribble around the keeper as she's done many times in the past. Keeper makes a good play and gets hands on the ball. But I mean, she was going to dribble right around and slot it home. Done deal, 1-0. Wouldn't that have been nice?
She's chomping at the bit to keep that golden boot race, competitive, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It also something that stuck out to me is that Izzy Rodriguez might not necessarily be our corner kick taker anymore. Did you notice this?
I did. Yeah.
It looks like Allie Sentner could be the corner kick person now. Which I don't know. If I'm Izzy, I'm not upset about it. But if I'm Allie, don't you think I'd want to be in there with a nose on goal? Like, aren't you a scorer? I don't know.
Yeah, and it might come down to, right foot, left foot, like what side of the pitch it's on.
That's a great point. But I mean, she was taking left-footed kicks too, wasn't she? Like, it was all over the place. So it just feels like maybe a decision has been made there.
Or maybe it was her playing her former team, and it was kind of, knowing maybe how they mark or match up, or strategically how they would handle a corner or free kick.
Yeah, maybe if she's waiting for the kick, they'll know how to mark her better than they might Izzy. Well, we go back and forth here again in the second half. About the 74th minute, Mary Long has one of these. Yep, that's what I call. That's when she covers her mouth. That's an oopsie. I probably should have made that. I should have scored that goal. Also, her parents were there, man. Owners made the trip. They were all over the feed. Like, just the camera loved them. And I was like, where are the Utah owners? Like, they don't show them at all? Are they in the press booth staying cool? Because our people were out there in the elements. The Longs were living it up, dude. With Angie's Nike Dunks or Jordans or whatever she's got on.
Right.
We see you. But, man, can you imagine if Mary would have put us up 1-0 right there? There were so many moments like this where I'm like, we could be winning this game 3-0. Yeah. So, anyways, it was not to be right away. But, dude, we had your subs that came in. I mentioned Haley Mace came in the 62nd and, just started kicking people's ass. She's something else, dude. She's a freaking enforcer to have on there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I did like how Wheeler started. I don't know if we mentioned that, but yeah, I want to continue. I would like for Wheeler to continue to get in the game, just as we kind of have this playoff push here. I mean, because there's going to be a point when, if we are ahead on points, I mean, do we start to have a normal rotation? To keep players fresh and hopefully injury free, towards the tail end of the season. There might be a point where we don't need to worry about getting points. Do we risk Dabinia playing a full 90 or Chawinga? I mean, it's a luxury to have.
No, it truly is. And, why not split time with them so they can give 100%, so they can really just gas out their legs and not have to think of it as a marathon. They could think more of the game as a sprint and
stay in form too.
For sure. This was just, trying to get to Chewinga's goal here. Allie tried to take a big hit from outside the box at one point. I mean, looking confident as all hell, thinking, she's got the leg to do it.
Oh, yeah.
She's freaking insane, dude. But 82nd minute comes. Kayla Sharples gives a big ol' assist from the back line. Chewinga's onside. It takes some weird freaking bounce that defender does not take care of. And you give Chewinga an inch, dude. She's taking miles, and she's able to chip it over the keeper. This was insane. Kate Del Fava threw a little fit there in the box, looking a little sad. I'd be sad too there, Kate, if I was on this crappy team with 6 points, but it is what it is. This is great. What a great was this first assist for Sharples too, right?
Yeah. First assist, dude. Also the only player to feature in every single minute of the regular season. Damn. Do not break that, dude. Keep her in this form. Keep her healthy. She's killing it this year. I'm loving everything I'm seeing. Absolutely. And Chewinga, kind of like you mentioned, it just needs 1 second, one bad touch, one missed call, whatever it is. She's going to make you pay. And it doesn't take long. And that little chip just right over. I mean, that was so calm and collected and just, when it happened, my hands were up and my face was frozen. Just kind of I can't believe it went from just a long ball to two bounces later, balls in the back of the net.
The keeper can see that that her defenders are about to get beat. And so she runs out, man, and she almost gets it. Hot damn, she almost gets there.
It's not a bad decision. I mean,
no. It just looks like, oh my God, watching it over and over. Kate Del Fava is not happy. Hands on head. You got to love it. But 6 minutes of stoppage time. You're a little scared here. You're like, okay, just see this out, man. And we're packing it in. Utah's throwing everything they can at us. They're coming, dude. And they had a couple opportunities here to equalize at the end, which was quite scary. A little outside the box effort that Lorena's able to chest down to do a little time wasting, But it had me on the edge of my seat. I was watching the end of this game live, thinking oh boy, we're not done yet, And then again, people wanted a foul on Kayla Sharples in the box towards the end. I'm like, oh no, will they give a penalty right now with 2 minutes left in the game? Player gets up, pissed. How is that not a penalty? Well, final minute comes. Kate Del Fava's dribbling this thing, keeping it away from us big time. And they kind of slice it up and down the field a little bit. Dribble penetration here, curling over here. Big, long cross, dude. Back post. I thought this gal was going to put away this header because it's a beautiful cross.
Yeah.
And we're not having a victory pod today if that happens. That was at the death. So feels good. Feels good that they didn't let that up. But Haley Mace was beat.
A win is a win.
100%. Let's take a quick break real quick and come on back and keep talking. So hold up.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network.
So, with that game, we now sit still solely in first place, 12-point lead. It's insane, dude. We get to, and of course, Chewinga's up on top of the Golden Boot, right, tied there with Gonzalez. Also, that was her 30th career goal, which makes her the fastest player in NWSL history to reach 30 career goals. Did that in, God dang, how many?
41? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know, but the next fastest wasn't even close, wasn't it? Kristen Press.
Yeah,
Kristen Press I think took her 41 games to get 30 goals, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. Look that up. I hear you tippy tapping. It's a big deal, though. It's a big deal. When we first signed her, we didn't know much about her, dude. We didn't, the scouting report wasn't really there other than we knew that she scored more goals than any other player in the world, male or female, that past year, So we were like, okay, so she knows how to score. Whether she was in like easy leagues or whatever, that's fine. But then she comes here and she just keeps doing it.
We didn't know if she could, obviously you got to look at the quality of league she's playing in. And then you didn't know if it was going to be how that would translate to the NWSL. And it did. And she did it in 40 matches, by the way. Kristen Press did it in 51. Sophia 51. Smith in 52.
See? So did it 11 matches faster than the next fastest person. Like that record will stand for a long time.
Yeah.
I know records are meant to be broken, but there are some that you're just like, I don't know if that can be broken. It's a wild stat, bro.
I agree. I mean, 10 years from now, that thing might not even be touched.
It might not. And dude, when I hear or even see Timwa Chawinga, I get flustered, bro. I'm like, it's like a starstruck thing. I know, like, we're like older people who shouldn't get starstruck by like young athletes or whatever, but like, come on, dude, she's a stud. Timwa Chawinga is just on all levels, man, above and beyond what we ever could have imagined.
I completely agree.
And the focus in the second half of the season, I was scared, man. I was like, we're losing our focus here against Utah. We can't. We got Orlando around the corner. You got to focus up. So that takes us to Orlando. What are we expecting this Saturday, man? Because Orlando's coming off a couple of draws in a row. You know how hungry they're going to be to whoop some Kansas City ass?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like they know they struggled and they're going to come take it out on us. And, they're in not great form, but they have all the components to just put a lashing on any team,
They could. They
very well could. I mean, Banda can score almost at will. Marta is just Marta. Will just do something phenomenal. They still have a good defense. It's not as good as it was last year, but it's still good. I mean, they still have a lot of great players. It's for whatever reason they have not been able to keep the continuity and the consistency that they did last year. But I mean, they're going to be a tough game, man.
What this does for me? I'd be like happy with a draw. Is that crazy? I'd be super happy with that. I don't want to draw at home. I want to win 3-0 at home. That's what I want to do. But I'm trying to be realistic here and think like, okay, a draw still puts us 12 points ahead of them, and even if the team below them, Washington, even if they win, we're still, a bunch ahead of them.
Yeah, still it's 10 ahead of them.
Precisely. As long as if we can keep a 2-point lead or a double-digit lead, I mean, I'm in. I think it starts with I think it's going to be a crazy attack-heavy game on Saturday, man. But Chip had a point too. When they go on the road, they kind of reel it in a little bit and play a little more defensively. I don't know if that's the case on Saturday. I mean, the Barbara Banda might just get let loose.
It's going to be interesting, and it's always a bit of a chess match when the two teams play. They both have really intelligent coaches, very tactically savvy. I think the teams can execute that at a high level as well. Orlando can win by not going balls to the wall, but they can win by going balls to the wall as well. And so can we. We can play that defensive game and get a goal on a counter or, win 4-0. Their back line is always really good, is always really solid. So to me, it always starts with pulling their back line out, creating some space for Cooper to put that ball on the side of the box, some space for Chawinga to have a 1-on-1 or a 1v2, just trying to get them out of their spots defensively. And I think if we can do that, we'll have some, offensive chances. And simultaneously, you just got to watch Banda. I mean, they got some other players on their team that are dangerous, but Banda is the number one threat on their team by far. So if you can minimize her and just, spread out that defensive line, just get players out of position, I think we can take advantage of that.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say Orlando should have won last week against Louisville. Did you hear how that played out?
Well, weren't they up 1-0 and then there's an own goal on Louisville?
Well, bro, honestly, the real thing was from Jordan Bloomer, the Louisville goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah, with like 2 PKs.
Stopped
Saves.
2 penalty kicks.
Yeah.
Yes. So in a game that probably should have ended 3-1, ended 1-1. And she's the first goalkeeper in history of NWSL to save 2 penalty kicks in 1 regular season game. That's so crazy. But like Orlando's got to be feeling frustrated. Like, hey, our time's coming. Why not this weekend to Kansas City? We can't let that happen, dude. I bet our preparation this week is top notch, but also stress-free. The freaking stress isn't on us. The pressure's not on us.
Right.
We're 12-point leaders. Like, what do we have to worry about? We can't lose anything with this game other than our first loss of the year, which I got to tell you, very rarely do soccer teams go undefeated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've lost 2 this year, but first at home for sure.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We have lost 2 games. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have no draws. That's what I was trying to say. We have 0 draws. You're right. We've lost 2 away games.
Yeah. But we don't want to lose at home. We don't go to first at home. Yeah.
Exactly. You're right. Lost my head for a minute. Because that would suck, man. It's going to be a hot one, though. But Orlando's also fine with playing in the heat. They play in that humidity all the time back home. So we'll just have to see what happens, man. I don't know what to expect. But if they're going to come in and be defensive about it, then we're going to do all we can to pick them apart. But if they come at us guns blazing, then our defense is, we got Kayla Sharples. I don't know. I'm feeling comfortable.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder, too, like, how do they approach the rest of their season in terms of not trying to catch us? Like, obviously, the odds of them catching us are very slim, just statistically. But do they want to play it safe to where, they want to take second place? They take second place, it's going to flow through them up, the playoffs are going to go up through them up till a certain point, obviously. But, do they want to host home games, or do they want to kind of risk it, put themselves out there, potentially lose, and then drop to 3rd or 4th place?
Yeah.
They have a little bit of that kind of season management that we don't have to worry about.
No, it's something to think about for sure. I'm excited regardless. Any prediction? You got anything to say about it?
Man, I think if we win, it's going to be... if I had to bet, I would say a draw. But, I think we could pull it out by 1 goal, maybe 2-1 or something like that.
I hope it's a good one. I mean, I'm bringing a couple friends who've never been before.
Okay.
So that's very exciting. And it's on big CBS, man. 3:00 in the afternoon, CBS and Paramount Plus.
Might be the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, definitely the biggest game of that weekend. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to be showing up to watch number 1 and number 2. I also, with other games around the league, I also wouldn't hesitate to watch that Washington-Louisville game.
Yeah.
I mean, Louisville's doing things, man. That goalkeeper performance against Orlando has to have them a little excited, thinking they can get something done. Outside of that, nothing really excites me. Nothing really. I'm hoping Astaire doesn't go off against Houston Dash, so Chewinga can keep up there with the golden boot,
Right. And obviously, most importantly, stay healthy. Stay healthy, injury-free. We don't need to win. We don't need to win this game. We can actually afford to lose the game as well. But I think the players will be excited to come home, right? It's our first home game back since the summer, other than, outside the Teal Cup. So the fans are ready. I think the players will be ready as well.
100%. I'm excited. 3:00. We'll see you guys out there.
One last thing. Katie Scott.
Yes,
got loaned to Racing. So obviously, just given the depth of our team, she wouldn't have a whole lot of opportunities. So I think it's a good call for her to get out there and, get some additional chances.
Yeah, she'll be with Louisville for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool because I don't think we play Louisville again,
unless
we meet them in the playoffs by chance. So
right.
That'd be wild. But I mean, you also don't loan a player out unless it's pretty guaranteed that they're going to get minutes at that team,
Yeah.
Isn't that something like you get loaned out and it's like, well, you're going to play. Like that's the whole point of loaning you out. I think it's probably in the terms of the loan or something, isn't it?
I don't see how you would loan a player out if they don't get to play. Because, I mean, if you're Katie Scott, if you're not going to get to play, I'd rather not play in Kansas City,
right.
And learn from the best than, not play in Louisville.
And now it's with a loan. I know there was like a trade thing where you have to talk to a player to make sure they're okay with the trade. Is that the same with a loan?
I don't know. I would imagine so. But any player wants to play, right? So
I am excited we got to see her in the Teal Rising Cup. I'm excited we got to see what she has to bring, dude. You always see her making waves on the youth national team, but she played the full 90 in our 3-0 victory over Palmeiras, and started our championship game against Corinthians and helped set up that game-winning goal. So I'm excited to see more of her. Maybe she polishes it, gets some minutes for Louisville.
Yeah, a lot of people and fans and Kansas City media were really excited with how she played. So I think a lot of eyes are going to be on her, and even though it's with another team, we're going to be hoping she gets a lot of good experience and has a good time.
Yeah, 100%. So cool. Anything else?
No, man, just excited to get out there. Just
coming back home,
extending that lead, man.
That's right. Well, all right. Thank you, folks, for being here. We'll hope to have another victory pod next week. Oh, boy, does it make me nervous to even think about it, because this is the one. Number 1 versus number 2 this Saturday, 3 p.m. If you guys could leave us a rating and review on Apple Pod, that'd be great. Haven't had one in a good while. I think maybe we've exhausted all our Apple users. I don't know. But if you got time, go do that. Helps people find the pod. At Dan Kooser, at Chris Wright 21, at No Other Pod on all socials. You can email us, nootherpod@gmail.com. And that's it. So for Chris, I'm Daniel. Talk to you next week. Love ya.